Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening,
So,
Rajiv.
how were your previous 2 weeks?
Good.
Good. Okay, very good. So, you are enjoying your learning
Ye-
process.
Yes, yes, very much.
So, do you think that you are gaining something?
Indeed.
Absolutely,
Indeed, to me,
absolutely.
yes.
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 So, do you feel there are some changes in you?
Yes,
Okay, that means this course is effective for all of you, right?
Yes, indeed.
So last week we have done the outcomes, right? So you have defined your outcomes. So what you want to achieve in your life for the first year, second year, the third year, fifth year, 5 year plus. So we'll deal with. I will just debrief a little bit about the previous week. So you have defined your outcome, and now, Subo, what were your outcomes actually?
Uh, to me, the first outcome was to avoid unhealthy food,
Okay,
to stay in healthy food.
right.
Number one, get my apartments by end of 2019,
Okay.
and third one was to reunite with my mother.
So, what were the rankings? What are the which
The
were
same that I have told you. That
okay?
was my
What are,
priority-wise ranking.
okay?
But eventually the rank gets changed afterwards.
Okay. So,
Yes,
software that gave you the
yes, yes.
ranking is bit different from that you
Absolutely,
rank.
absolutely. The
Okay.
first priority came to me as reunite with my mom.
Okay.
Second was the first one,
Okay.
and third one, second one was the third one.
Okay. Very good. So, I will discuss about your outcome a little bit. I will come to Susmit. So, Susmit, so you remember your outcomes, right? What were the
Yeah, yeah,
priorities? So,
yeah.
what were those outcomes?
So my priority was to change the job and career path. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two is to become loan free in next 1 year.
Okay.
And number three is to go to gym for at least 1 hour for 5 weeks a week.
Okay, so the software that gave you the ranking and the rank you gave, so there is a matching or there is a
No,
mismatch?
it is completely reversed it. So when I have put the data in the software,
Yeah.
so the outcome that came as the top one is that I want to go to the gym and for 1 hour for 5 days a week.
Okay, so I think there are some parameters that you have to give in the software, and based on this parameter weightages, these rankings are defined. Sometimes it happens that the easiest one that you didn't think, you are thinking that this will be my first priority, but the software is thinking in a different way. Once we give the parameters in that, it comes to a conclusion that maybe the third one has become the first one, or the second one becomes the third one. It just
Why so?
because the parameters, suppose the difficulties of achieving this outcome and the challenges that you are facing, the enjoyment you are doing in achieving this outcomes. So the 10-year impact on your outcome or the 25-year impact on your outcome. So all these parameters you have to give some weightages, and accordingly it calculates the final weightage. So suppose you may enjoy a outcome within next 5 years, and while you are personally devising your outcome, you didn't think about that, and maybe down the line, 10 years down the line, these outcomes become more effective for you. So in this way, it calculated in a very scientific way. But it is not necessary that you have to focus on the first outcome. You can choose any outcome to work upon. And accordingly, if you achieve that outcome, so you'll feel better actually. You'll become enthusiastic, and you'll try to achieve other outcomes also. So, what about Shantanu? What about your outcomes?
in my case also things changed. My top one was to have financial independence.
Okay.
That was my top one.
Okay.
And then I had kind of a job, and then finally I had quit smoking.
Okay.
So the quit smoking went at the very top.
Okay.
So again, because of whatever reasons you just said, I
Yes.
can understand that it's apparently the easiest one. So that's why probably
Yeah.
it has gone to the top.
Okay. So, guys, what do you think? You will be able to achieve this outcome?
To me, the outcome came across with the first priority I have already achieved.
Okay, it's very good. So you are going through the courses and you already achieved
Yes,
one
I'm getting
outcome.
success.
So you are already getting the success, and that is the motto of this course. Actually, that while doing the course, you realize something from your inside that yes, you are going to achieve these outcomes one by one. Okay, but achieving the outcome, these are in the broad level. Suppose you want to go to the gym. This is at a broad level. Now there is a process in our system that is called increte process. So what is this increte process? I means intelligible, N means navigate, C means challenging, R means real, E means exact, and D means do it. This is an incredible process. Each outcome should be broken down into these 6 steps. Okay, intelligible means your outcome should be simple. It should not be ambiguous. Okay, you should understand from your outcome statement that it should be very simple, and you're going to achieve that. And not only you, those people who will be judging you from outside, they should understand that okay, you are going to achieve this outcome. From for them also, it should not become ambiguous statement. So a very simple, intelligible, explainable statement should be there for your outcome. And that is the second one is an outcome that you know that your outcome has been reached. What will be different and how will measure it? So it should be a measurable, quantifiable thing. Suppose in case of Sushmit's case, you want to go to the gym, and if you say that I want to go to the gym, I want to do the exercise, I want to I want to become healthy, it becomes very broad statement. So you have to say that I will work for 1 or 2 hours in the gym, and I will continue for a week, or continuously have to check that I will to go to the week for to the gym, and then I will continue for 1 more year. You have to consult your nutritionist, you have to consult your physicians. In this way, it should be a measurable quantity. So have you defined that, Sushmit?
Yeah. So,
So-
my outcome is that I will go to the gym 5 days a week,
Okay.
and for 1 hour, and I've said that I will lose say 7 kgs in next 2 months.
Okay, that's fantastic, Sushmit. So that should be a quantable, and that is challenging. You should feel good that you have achieved something. It should challenge you. Your outcome should challenge you, right?
Right.
Otherwise, you won't get that motivation. If it is very easily available, you won't vie for that. You won't go for that outcome. But if it is a challenging one for you, understand, right, Shubha?
Absolutely.
So you feel good actually. If you something is obstructing you to achieve something, now once you cross that obstruction and you achieve that, you'll feel good. So it should be challenging, and it should be a real one. It's not like that you want to go to moon, or you want to go to Mars within a year. So that is not a real dream for you. The dream, the outcome should be a very real one that is achievable. And then now it should be exact. And it is saying what is exact. It is saying that state your outcome as it is already has been achieved. This trains the unconscious mind to accept the outcome as real, which helps you to move more effectively towards it, right? It should be an exact one, and then you do it. Okay. Now, these are the incredible process. So once you break down your outcome into the 6 steps, you will understand that what are the nitty gritty you have to follow in that particular outcome. It will show you a pathway. These are the 6 pathways, 6 lanes that will take you to your destination. So you have to follow the path to go to an outcome. You have to take the 1 lane, 2nd lane, 3rd lane, 4th lane, and you will reach your particular destination, a particular house, right? So this increte process are these 6 stepping lanes through which you have to pass.
Great.
Now, what is a non-increte process? Suppose while you are defining your increte process, what that is intelligible, challenging, real, it should be a increte process, not a non-increte process. Now, what is a non-increte process? Suppose a non-increte statement is like this: I will become a high-paid expert coach. So, you can become an expert coach. It's no doubt about that, but it should be more defined. It should be refined in a particular way. So, what it is saying that incredible outcome: I will coach 50 people this year, where I will get 50,000 for each. So, this statement gives it is a refined way. Okay. Suppose you want to go to you want to if you say I want to do the world tour, so it is a non-incurred statement. But if you say I want to do world tour, first I have to go to America. I will explore New York, Washington, Niagara, Las Vegas. So this gives you a particular refined statement. The world tour means what? In Europe, where you want to go? In America, where you want to go? So these kind of statements are called incurred statements. But when you give a broad level statement, it doesn't become an incurred statement; it becomes a non-incurred statement. So you know about non-incurred statement. Now, once you define your outcome, you have to write it down, right? There is an exercise for that where you have to write down the 6 lanes I have told you. You have to identify the which lane first you have to take, the second lane you have to take, the third lane you have to take. So you have to write down these incurred steps, okay? So you have to do this exercise. Now after that, you have to check in the week 1 you have defined your baselines, right? You had 6 baselines defined for.
Right.
So Shubho, the outcome that you have defined and the lanes you have defined, lane means this incredible steps you have defined, so that is interlinked with certain kind of your baselines.
Yes, it
So
is absolutely.
you said that reuniting with your mother is your first outcome. So what were your baselines and how it is linked with your outcome?
Very precise, except ambition.
Hmm.
All 5.
What were those baselines?
My baselines was priority-wise, chronologically, dignity,
Yes.
then congruence, then discipline,
Yes.
then ambition that I've told you. It's
Yes.
not matching. It is not falling into the category.
Yes.
Empathy and extravagance.
Yes. So all these baselines are getting
Yes,
matched, and as because you have these baselines, so you have targeted the first outcome, that is
It is
uniting
automatic,
with
it's
automatically,
spontaneous.
spontaneously, it is getting linked with your baselines.
indeed.
So it has motivated you
Absolutely.
to reunite with your mother first.
Absolutely.
And maybe you will see that a few baselines are meeting your second outcome.
Indeed.
A few more are meeting with the third outcome.
is.
Right?
It is.
So I think these baselines will motivate you or drive you to achieve your outcome. So Susmit, in your case, how your baselines are getting linked with your outcome?
Yeah, because when I talk about baseline, my first two baselines are integrity and commitment. So when
Okay.
I am saying that means when I am going to the gym 5 days a week and 1 hour, so
Right.
both are combinedly achieved.
Okay.
Then effectiveness and insightfulness are my next two. So
Right.
effectiveness is obviously when I start losing weight, I can see the effectiveness. Insightfulness is that I can easily understand that how refreshing I am becoming after participating in gym and how healthier I am becoming.
Right.
And then independence and honesty is that I do gymming alone, so
Right.
it also figures my independence. And if I do honestly, then
Yes,
I will
Yeah.
feel it.
So most of your baselines
So all
are
my baselines are getting
meeting your outcome. And what about Santanu?
Yeah, my story is a bit different because I'm talking about the system calculated top one, that is quit smoking.
Quit smoking.
Unfortunately, I have to retrofit them.
Okay.
My baselines have to be retrofitted.
Okay.
Like at the very top, I have honor.
Okay.
So quit smoking and honor somehow were not matching. So I decided that my decisions to quit smoking, I have to honor that.
Okay.
So
Very good.
that way,
Fair
honor
enough.
baseline is meeting.
Right.
Fair
Right.
enough.
Okay. Then I have articulate.
Right.
So I have articulated to myself
Yeah.
why I should quit smoking.
Okay.
Okay, like for example, the cigarette shop owner,
Right.
I don't like his face, so I don't want to go to it.
Okay. 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 Very good. Something should motivate
Yeah.
you to get your outcome. Anyhow, you have to get your outcome, right? Okay. Very good, Santanu. So we have seen that how we are defining our outcomes, how we are taking the different lanes or the different incurred process to reach to that destination one by one. You follow this incurred lane paths, you will reach your outcome. And now you have to get motivated from inside. You have to think about your baselines, how those baselines are motivating you to get those
Right.
outcomes, right? So this is very important that you recognize your own baselines and you should think that how your baselines are helping you to get your outcomes. And next session, we will be defining one thing called outcome plus, that is
Challenges. Yeah.
challenges, outcome plus. So all these things will be defining in next session, and I hope you have understood this lessons, and this will help you
Yeah, it's very insightful.
Absolutely.
help you going forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank you.